This is a primer build. This is a primer build. Please, DE.
That's me.
What's good, folks? It's Nightmare Frame here with a new Warframe video, and I'm bringing back an old melee meta into this new setting. People are slowly starting to forget how busted melees are, just because DE changed how 3 melee mods work, and we got some new fancy little toys in the forms of mods and arcanes for our guns. Well, I'm here to bring back that strong love that we've all had for melee. I know there's a lot of people who hate melee and how strong they are, but screw those guys, right? And these builds here are all about synergy with your loadouts. So basically your weapons and elements actually matter. And I know a few people out there already know about this synergy, but for those who don't, I might break your brain a little bit. Now, usually you would think people are crazy when they tell you gas can armor strip. Well, they're not wrong. Okay, let me show you how this synergy works. It's fairly simple. You just saw me strip armor with gas. And how is this done? It's fairly simple, and it's using the Amalgam Argonac mod that you get from killing the Ropalolis. We don't care about anything else except that damage from daggers reduce armor by 6. But why gas though? Because that says damage, and literally any type of damage, including damage over time. And what kind of damage over time lingers? Gas. And how to consistently proc that armor strip is by grouping up enemies, hitting them with gas. Here I'm using the Charis Prime because it has amazing crits, status, but unfortunately horrible attack speed. And another great thing about the Charis, it has base toxins. All we had to do was mod it for heat. Back in the days, gas scaled off the toxin mods that you had, but of course that has changed and it's no longer as strong. But now, combining the Amalgam mod and daggers, we're able to make gas great again. And pretty deadly. We're able to continuously strip armor, deal crazy amounts of damage, and actually scale. If you do remember back in the days, I released a helmet video from Mag using a gas Jatkazar, and we took that against crazy enemy levels with barely any armor stripping. It's because the gas damage takes over time and can scale pretty well if you use certain setups. And with this setup, we're going to be using 2 Warframes that have great scaling. That's Mag and Wisp. Mag has her bubble, which multiplies any damage that's inside there, and we're going to be using Breed Surge on her while armor stripping with the daggers. So you can see how crazy the damage will scale. And with Wisp, since she already has Breed Surge, all we have to do is put a grouping ability. And here we got its Snare. So let's just go over the builds real quickly for Mag and Wisp. Starting off with Wisp, we have Combat Discipline in the Aura paired up with Arcane Avenger. You can run Max, you can run rank 1, doesn't matter since she has a lot of healing with her motes. And here I am running the Fused Reservoir Augment to pop all the motes because we do not want to be wasting time casting the health and the haste mode. So this is very quick. It also has the shock mode, which is another instance of damage, and it can also boost condition overload. See, they get that shock status effect. Our NUKE Prime Sure-Footed, spending less time on your butt is huge DPS increase. Our only ranged mod here is Augur Reach. We can go with Stretch if you want, but Augur Reach is just fine because it helps us with getting our shields back. So easy shield gating. And why is that? Is because we have negative efficiency with Blind Rage. We went with Blind Rage and Umbral Intensify. Usually if you don't have a Umbral Forma, you would go with a max rank Combat Discipline. That's it. Natural Talent to cast her abilities faster. Prime Flow for the large energy pool because no need for efficiency since we're going to get a lot lot of energy back while running Arcane Energize and the Zenric Focus School. Rolling Guard for even more iframes, status cleansing, and even more survivability. Prime Continuity just for the duration and uptime. Taking a look at the Argonac build, it's all you need. Well, to be honest, you don't need these two, but these are just for added utility. We're going to be running 2 Dexterity Arcanes for the combo duration. That's it, combo duration. And taking a look at the NUKE build, you can run NUKE or Epitaph, whichever one you want. I have a base magnetic NUKE, and I modded it for viral and heat. We have the 2 multi-shot mods. This is multi-shot and fire rate, even more fire rate, and the dodge speed. And another auger mod here for the shield gating and status duration. Seeker for the punch through, group of enemies, and you just shoot through them. Of course, dexterity, eject magazine, melee, reload. Easy. And for the melee builds, this is it. You can run Homing Fang or Stinging Thorn, whichever one you want. I personally prefer Stinging Thorn because of the force slashes, but whichever one you want. Moving on to Mag, we're going to use the same weapons, but of course the Warframe is different. Enemy radar in the aura for the consistent enemy radar. Again, prime sure-footed, natural talent for the casting speed. And we have max efficiency here, so we can cast our abilities like crazy. This is going to be an ability spam and melee spam. It's very, very fun build if you enjoy playing Mag. Counter pulls just to jam enemy weapons. Very nice. Little extra added survivability. Rolling Guard for survivability, Stretch for the range, and Umbral Intensify for the only power strength mod that we need. Don't need any more than that. Instead of Avenger Combat Discipline, we're going to be running Arcane Strike. And that's it. These are the crazy build synergies. Mag is just insanely busted because we can just group up enemies. All the damage that's going into the bubble is going to be multiplied. And of course, when it detonates, boom, AoE damage. And for even more utility and survivability, I'll be using my Panzer Volpophyla. So this fits on any build, even with the ones with using Equilibrium. Martyr Symbiosis for that little brief health gate. Tech Assault, this keeps the Panzer alive and helps you proc Martyr Symbiosis as well without it fully dying. Sharpen Claws for a little bit of extra armor strip. Panzer Devolution, so if it dies, it turns into that little sentinel that still is able to throw out its viral quills for even more consistent AoE viral procs. Of course, don't forget your Decaying Dragon Key to reduce your shields. Why? Because if they do break, you can instantly recharge them by using an ability or using a Warframe that regenerates shield, like Mag. Big ups to As Invasion Plays, who did a variant of this build, and I took that and I'm like, you know what, let me put my twist to it. That has been it for me. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Warframe content, streams, and so much more. You refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.